Hello guys, welcome to video number 2 of the Mojo card uh, collaboration series with Sasibo. So if you watched the last video, the first one, this was the first card that I pulled, or the second card I pulled, and it's "We don't make mistakes, just happy little accidents," and Bob Ross. That was his quote, and I loved Bob Ross. I watched him all the time when I was younger. So it says, find a project you started and abandoned because you thought you made a mistake. Think about what you can do to make it more appealing to you and then do it. Who knows, it might end up being one of your favorites. Great. So, first off, my doggy Rolo is snoring because we just came in from outside and went on walkies. So I'm sorry if you hear him in the background, but yeah, he's a little warm. All right, so I went through some things and I found a project that I was very passionate about, and I decided to paint it instead of, well, no, I did do the digital copy, and I'll show you right here. It's the burning bush. However, some people don't see it as a burning bush. They just see it as a colorful bush. But hey, whatever you see is great. So I thought, I love this so much. It turned out so good with digital art. I'm going to paint it. And now, mind you, I haven't painted in a long time. And I feel like when you stop doing something, you're a little rusty. But I thought, you know what? I've been doing digital art. I'm sure it'll be fine. However, I was not happy with this at all, and I'll turn it over. And there's a story behind it, and I will tell you the whole story. It's kind of a long story, but it's something nice to be talking about while I'm doing the project. So here is the painting. Now, I recorded this a week ago Tuesday, so today is I think it's Tuesday the 27th. But so I started this video recording Tuesday, June 20th. And what I had done is I had repainted the background and the mountains, and I put some more yellow because it was just not, I didn't like it. It wasn't turning out. However, I put it aside for a couple of months, and when I looked at it again, I was like, well, no kidding, it's not finished. I need to add some more layers. So I also started recording the video on Tuesday, as I just mentioned. I usually film on my phone. So after I record a little bit, I immediately go airdrop it to my Mac so that I have room to video more stuff. Well, that day was not a great day, and I'll go into more details, but I couldn't get the video to airdrop for some reason. It could have been our internet and what have you, but so I decided to start over because I'm filming from my iPad, and I got a new stand, and I'm very happy because now I have my hands free and you guys are up there. So anyway, so my thoughts are, I'm going to do something a little different. I don't want to just go back into painting because I don't feel like I'm there yet. I actually need to practice more, and I didn't want to do that on this video. So I was like, what could we do with this? So I got some embroidery thread or floss. I've got some diamond art drills left over from diamond paintings, which if you've seen my other videos, you know, I found another new hobby, which I didn't really need to find. Put this away. And I got my first Jim Holtz, what do you call it, stencil. And then I got some other stencils. So my thoughts were to tart this thing up and maybe make it cool. Hopefully it will. Is since I've already kind of touched up the paint, I am going to embroidery sew the leaves on in these 3 different colors. And then I was going to use the diamond drills and kind of some browns and tans and do the tree barks, the trunk and the tree limbs. So I thought that might be fun. And then I have some stencils because those look like stars, and those are pretty cool to put them in the background. And then what I thought, and I couldn't decide, and maybe you guys can help me decide, these little bits around the mandala, I could do for the mountains to give it some texture and a little bit of pop, but I couldn't figure out which design I wanted to do. This one's kind of cool because it kind of looks kind of like it would be rocky, you know, the shapes there. Excuse me, guys, sorry. And this one has like the real, you know, triangular shapes, but we'll figure that out when we get there. So first, let's get started. I have my needle here and my embroidery floss. So I'm going to start with the lightest green, and I'm going to go with one of these little leaves over here. So in case it doesn't work out, then it's not like that one that I wanted to start with. So I thought about it for a minute and thought, let's work off to the side, because you can always cut things down if it like turns out to be a disaster, but it probably won't. And I'm thinking I probably need to split the thread. Now, I am not going to do all of these leaves on camera. I'm going to start it so you can get an idea of what I'm doing, and then I'll come back to you guys and show you the result or not result, or if I changed my mind or something. So, guys, I'm ready. I am sorry. This video was going to go out last week. However, life happens, as we all know. Just a second. Let me split this. All right. So last Tuesday started off to be a really great day. And let's see, I would say about 11 o'clock, I got a phone call and I had to pay a bill. Now, honestly, guys, this was a bill that I forgot about and I was responsible for it. And it's something that, you know, I can't really even try to lie my way out of it. I had to pay it, and I really had to pay it. Like, if I didn't pay it, it, you know, was going to be worse circumstances financially for myself. And this was something, a bill I accrued before my husband, my current husband. So anyway, the nice thing about it is I had a little bit of savings, and so that took care of it. Anyway, as you can tell, I'm not doing very well on the knot. I think I'm just going to skip that. So we're going to start, I think I'm just going to start with this leaf. And my thoughts are to do kind of a straight stitch up for the like vein of the leaf, and then do, I think it's called maybe a silk stitch or line stitch or fill stitch for the sides. And maybe if I'm ambitious enough, I can go over it. I don't know. I like to go into detail. So anyway, I got that bill figured out, and I was in a mood, you know, as you know, can imagine if you've been in that situation. So I said, hey, I am going to start this video, because I had everything all set out on my desk and I was ready to go for it. And you know what? I meant to tell you guys, this is just the fabric painter, or what is it? Canvas pad paper. Because when I paint, I really should paint on nice stuff first, because maybe I would feel more inclined to keep going. But I thought, oh, this is practice. And I had to gesso it first, kind of like a straight stitch here. Hopefully you can see it. I may have to look up online how to do this again, but I'm just going to go for it. So I'm going to go up and then go back down into the stitch here. Anyway, so I couldn't get the video airdropped to the computer, and I was like, okay, I'm done for the day. We'll just go and hang out with the dogs on the couch, and I can crochet or do something like I usually do in the evenings. But then I get a call that a police officer needs to come out to my house to deliver some information. And of course, maybe you guys do the same thing. I'm thinking, oh my God, what did I do? Somebody suing me? Oh my gosh, I was panicking really, really badly. Okay, guys, so I did the little middle. Then maybe I should just come back down and do the, I can't remember. I think it's called a silk stitch, but I don't know. So we'll just go for it. You guys can watch me, and I can finish my story. So I go outside with the dogs because we have property and there's a gate, and the police officer comes. And the good news is I know this officer because he used to work at the school that I worked at. So he's no longer an SOR officer, but now he is a detective for our town. So I was very happy to see him, but I was still anxious. Unfortunately, he gave me the sad news that my father died last Tuesday. So if you can imagine, that's what I've been doing. And this is the first time I've gotten back to my art, and it feels so good to be back. I can't tell you. But honestly, guys, if you, and I'm sure many of you guys have dealt with the death of a loved one, I'm the only daughter, so I'm in charge of it all. And it's a big mystery. Things are everywhere. But that's really not what's important at the moment. But I thought I'd tell you guys, because I really wanted this video out already so that I could be working on card number 3. But that isn't going to work. That did work out, sorry. I'm a little scattered, and I apologize for that. So how are you guys? If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Ketra, and I like doing art. I have a little small business called Art Tribe, and I sell some of my stuff on Etsy. And this summer I've been doing a farmer's market. You know what, guys, I'm gonna bring you in closer. You can see what I'm doing and maybe drive you guys crazy if you do handiwork or needlework. But I have to stand on my chair there. Let's see. Will that help? Maybe if we move you in. This is a new stand. I was very excited to get this new camera, iPad, iPhone stand thing. So I'm gonna try and keep you into the frame. And I don't know what I was talking about. Oh yes, welcome new viewers. If you're new, I'm so glad you stopped by. Hopefully you watched till the end to see how this turns out. I actually have some great plans in my head of, you know, what I want it to look like, but we will do our best. So welcome. I own a small business. Oh yes, so I was saying I also sell at the farmer's market on Mondays, every Monday until September. And then I will probably do the fall market and a winter market too. And actually, guys, if you've been following my channel and are curious, I haven't been doing too bad at the markets. I've been selling my spiral notebooks, and I sold all of my little mini junk journals, so I'm going to be making some more, and some stickers. So I'm pretty, you know, happy with the little sales I've been getting. So I've actually had to buy some more sticker paper and some more, what do you call those? The cinch binding, I don't know. I can't think. Anyway, guys, so this is what I had in mind, is to stitch all of these like this. So am I crazy to do this for all the leaves? Actually, it'll be fine because I can sit on the couch with the puppies because they love it when I sit on the couch. And, you know, they're all on the couch with me and stuff. So I hope you guys are doing well. Hope the summer is not too hot for you guys. I know it's been hot here. And I hope you guys are all doing something creative, no matter what that is, because I think, like I said in the last video, we all do something creative in some form or another. I think I'm just going to leave that. I don't know, maybe that was from a past stitch. I can't see. Okay, we're just going to not worry about that one. So yeah, I hope you guys are doing something creative. I hope this inspires you to maybe do something different if you are doing art. So let's talk about me stitching on canvas. Now, I know this isn't an original idea. I know it's been done before. But what inspired me to think about this is, of course, I was on Instagram and I saw this gal, and I don't remember. If I remember or can find her, I will link her page in the video below. She takes her own pictures. So she's a photographer, and I think most of them are black and white, but then she sews little accents and details on her photos. So say it's a wedding and the gal's doing a bouquet or holding a bouquet, she will needlepoint the roses on the bouquet, and that's like the whole picture's in black and white, and then you've got that little pop of color that's embroidered. So that's where I got this idea. And yeah, that's that. And then I was thinking, well, if we're gonna be kind of, I don't know, what do you call it? Mixed media. I have those diamond drills that I don't know what I'm ever going to use. Let's pop them on here. and do some stencils. And then I thought maybe if it did turn out pretty cool, I would cut it out maybe in a circle and fray the ends. I don't know if I'll get to that, but those are my thoughts so far. So guys, I'm not going to bore you anymore with my chatter right now. I have a hard time talking and doing art, but I think you guys get the idea. I'm just going to fill this in and do that with all the leaves and do it with different colors of green, and I will be right back. So this is, I'm going to show you how I got better. So you can see the first, I actually took that one out and redid it. It could have been a while since I did needlepoint. So I was actually having fun just playing around with stitching. And right here you can see I'm starting, oh, I think it was, I called it the silk stitch, but I think it's called the satin stitch. So as you can see, I was getting better. Right there, that's really the goal. I wanted to do all the leaves like that, but then, you know, I was playing around. And you know what? I've forgotten how much I enjoyed needlework. But for time constraints of this video and other things that I have to do, I'm gonna leave it with this for now. If later I want to go back and do some more stitching, I will, but I really wanted to start on the diamond drills. So let's take a look at the colors and see what I have, because I think I do have some earth tones here, but maybe think of the colors. I might use that one for something. This is a nice color. I don't want it to be too close, too contrasty with the sky, so I don't think I'm going to use that. That's too much of a cool color. That goes with the mountains. I was thinking maybe that's more of a cooler. This is more warm, so I don't think I'm going to do any blues or purples. Is that the same? We'll do those in here. We'll try those. Oh, I'll be right back. I need to get a little drill tray. Okay, right back, guys. Okay, I'm back with a little drill tray. So, how many of you guys have done diamond painting? I didn't find out about it till this year. I don't know where I've been. I guess, you know, I don't know. Anyway, you would like diamond painting if you like to do cross stitch, needlepoint, crochet, any kind of fiddly like things. So yeah, I really enjoy it. I just don't have time for it right now. So what I'm going to do is dump these drills into this tray here, and then you shake them usually and up, they lie flat. Depending on, let's see if I can actually do this. It's been a while since I've done it. So then you can tap it and you can usually pick them up, but we're not going to get too, I have my little fancy drill tool. Then there's this like, I don't know, you put it into your drill tool and it helps you pick up the little drills. So you just put some on there. And I have my glue. Okay, so as you know, this is the next day, and we just got back from our walkies, the boys and I, because it's going to be like really super hot today. So obviously the objective is to get the walking done when it's cool outside. I think I'm going to work my way down, so we'll just start here with some glue and see how this goes. So we have about 5 acres, and so I do my walks around our property. And of course the boys get to walk around with reckless abandon and chase each other and eat sticks and, you know. So I'm doing my usual route, and I feel this tickle on my leg, and I think, oh, it was just some grass, because my husband had mowed the grass last week. And I didn't think anything of it until I looked down, and guys, I had a huge spider on my leg. Like, it was, I kid you not, this big. Oh Lord. And so I was glad the boys were not around me, the dogs, because I didn't want them to like sniff at it and then it get mad and then bite me. So my whole thing was don't bite me, don't bite me, don't bite me. And the dogs weren't around yet. They were somewhere. So I was like, okay, calm, 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 don't touch it. And I just pretty much froze. I was afraid to move. And if you guys know me by now, I believe in Jesus and I love him and he's like my superhero, sorry. So I was shouting, in the name of Jesus, get off of me. In the name of Jesus, get off of me. And it wasn't going anywhere. And I was like, okay, you can believe in Jesus. You got to really believe. In the name of Jesus, get off of me. I kept saying it over and over, and here comes the dogs. And I was like, oh, okay, guys, get away from me. Get away from me. I don't want you coming near the spider that's on my leg. And I'm trying to find a stick or something to gently kind of coax it off myself. Finally, I got the courage just to shake my leg. I shook my leg once and it was off. And my heart was beating so fast. I honestly didn't know Kansas had huge spiders. Now I know we have tarantulas, believe it or not. I was looking at it. It didn't look like a tarantula. I honestly don't know what kind of spider it was, but it was huge. And of course my heart was racing, and then I was giving praise. Thank you, Jesus, for the spider not biting me. Honestly, that was really my story. But I don't know if you guys are afraid of spiders. I'm not really afraid of them. I kind of leave them alone and leave them be. The little house spiders, I will catch them and release them and take them outside. I've always done that. I get it if you guys just totally kill them, you know. Anyway, yeah, that was my adventure today. I'm having lots of adventures these last few weeks. Or this last week, I should say. It's been a whole week now. Anyway, how are you guys? I am loving this Bob Ross happy little accident. I guess this is definitely going to be mixed media for sure. And as you can see, hopefully you're still in frame. These little diamonds are kind of fiddly, but I don't mind. Usually when you do a diamond painting, your canvas is sticky, so they stick quite nicely to your canvas. But I think I'm going to move along. I probably will do some lights and darks with this, and I do plan on doing all the branches and the bark, or why do I keep saying bark? This part, the tree trunk. I'm going to do it all in diamond drills. And then after that, my thoughts were to do some painting and do some stenciling. And then I feel like I need to kind of rework this a little bit more. Like I said a few minutes ago, I can't spend too much time on this as much as I'd love to. I have a big farmer's market thing to get ready for, because next week is 4th of July and it's one of our biggest, a lot of people are coming. I have to make a few spiral notebooks, and I have a few little mini arty junk journals that I'm making. So yeah, anyway, I am going to stop talking. I'm either going to speed this video up or shut the camera off and show you what the results are with the diamond painting, or the diamond drills. So yeah, I hope you're enjoying this process too long. Sorry if I'm chatting too much or if it's too much information. These I call them like live action videos. This is going to be technically my first one, really. So, oh, here comes my kitty, Eris. You're going to see him. Oh, hello. All right, guys. This is a precarious because there's glue and kitty paws, so this might not turn out very good. Okay, I'm going to check with you guys later. Okay, I'm back. So, as you can see, I've done all of the branches and the tree trunk, and I just thought I would just finish off this little corner. And it went pretty fast if you don't have any distractions or anything. And it's definitely diamond painting or this kind of pointillism or dot painting of whatever, it can be kind of meditative, mindless, kind of nice to rest your brain and do something that you don't need to think about too much. So at first, as you can see here, I was going to be all trying to do shadows and do some darks and lights. Then I ran out of that color and I'm like, you know what, whatever diamond drill I pick up, that's where it's just going to go. So it's kind of multicolored, kind of like a mosaic. I kind of like that look to it. And as I got down here to the trunk with all the glue that pulled, these diamond drills were coming back up and it was kind of a mess. They weren't sticking down at the glue, but it was a little fiddly. So there you go. So now we've got our diamond drills as branches in a tree trunk. Now I thought, since I didn't go all the way with the embroidery and doing all the leaves because that was going to take some time, I thought maybe I could do some green diamond painting drills. But I'm going to wait till the end because I really want to get to the stenciling and see where we go with that. So let me adjust the camera here and put my beads away. So move you back, maybe. Anyway, I just spilled my tray of beads, but that is the way it goes, guys. So I'll be right back as soon as I get this all cleaned up. Okay, I am ready to be brave. So this is either going to work or it's not. So I ran out of white paint, like acrylic, but I have this cool stencil. Hopefully you can see that. I'm still learning this system. Okay, so I thought I would do some stenciling in the sky, see how that works. I'm gonna have to use gesso because I don't have any white acrylic anymore, so I'll just put a little bit on the lid. And I'm just gonna use a sponge and sponge it on there. All right, here we go, guys. Let's see how this works. And I'll try not to be too heavy-handed here. So, let's see. Maybe just do 1 or 2 stars and see what happens. Ooh, that's kind of pretty. Like it. Maybe do, can you guys still see? Okay, good. Do a cluster of stars there. Okay. Ta-da! That's cool. I'm gonna turn this upside down so I don't, well, I guess I'm not gonna get any paint. Maybe we should do a bright star. No, we can't do it on the mountain. So maybe a cluster here. Let's see how that works. I don't know. We'll just leave that. I think I'm gonna do, looking at it, a little itty bitty stars here. Oh well, you know, when you look in the sky, sometimes the stars are a little blurry, aren't they? Because they twinkle. So we'll just leave that. So now let's move on to the mountain texture. I'll wipe this off because I didn't get my painting towel. Sorry, guys. Okay, so for the mountains, I have this gray texture paint. I don't know why I grabbed this. I just love this color. It's like a, well, they call this one a blue moss. Or we could do the green because it's dark. But there's light from the burning bush and there's light from the stars. We could do the green, but it's not, I don't know, guys. What do you think? Or should we do gray? Or should we just do this blue? Okay, I'm gonna try the gray. Let's go for the gray. Kind of make a decision. So what are we thinking here? These kind of look like pointy shapes. I was initially going with this one because it looked more like rock, the style of rocks. So let's just go for it. Okay, guys, let's be brave. Happy little accidents. You never know, right? You never know. It could be a fail, and that's okay because, you know, that's just, we have lots of those, don't we? But we are going to be brave. So we're going to go for the gray. And from the last project, I know to stir it up a little bit because it is paste. Texture acrylic paint, which I guess to me means it's just thick paint that dries. Okay, guys, here we go. I'm going to start at the top. We'll go light, right? There is a star pattern, but I don't think I want to do that. So we'll just, we're going for it. We're going to go for it. Here we go. I don't know. We'll keep going. Don't know if I like it, but I'm going to keep going. Put that there. What do you guys think? I can't hear you. You're probably going, maybe going, no, leave it alone. Or, yeah. But we're just going to go. Keep going. You can let me know in the comments if you want. Okay. Because I guess if we don't like it, we can let it dry and paint over it. But it's interesting. It's interesting. I might have to walk away from it and look at it again with fresh eyes. But let's see. Maybe if I don't know. We'll think about it some more. And I'll keep kind of filling in the gaps a little bit. Down here somewhere. Get a little bit more paint. And or I could, no, see, I overthink it and I just need to leave it alone. See what happens when it dries. Okay, so my next thoughts are to work on the flames a little bit and get some more detail because I feel like the leaves are a little bit lost over here because I didn't sew them all, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and do some diamond drills on these leaves while that's drying, and I will be back with you guys in a little bit and see how that works out. What do you think? Is it better or worse? All right, catch you guys in a few minutes. All right, guys, look at this. Pretty neat, huh? I'm pretty impressed with the diamond drills on the burning bush. So we've got it, all this yellow going. So I'm thinking, because the bush is burning, that's why it's called the burning bush, maybe to try some orange and maybe define some of these flames. Now, I like where it's at right now. Let's hope we don't have any more. Well, I'm always nervous because I don't really know what I'm doing. But that's what's fun about playing with new things. So I'm going to use some of this texture paint again because it's kind of a nice orange. So my thoughts are, let's just see if we can define some of these flames here and see if we can't, I don't know, define some things, make it, I don't know, we'll see. Some definition, I guess. I don't know if this is gonna make it worse. I guess those are the chances you take when you paint, but I can always go back over it with some yellow or more gold. Maybe put some flames in here. That looks good. This is a little chunky, but maybe we can get that kind of fanned out a little bit. That looks pretty cool. There we go. We're getting the hang of it here. Sometimes, like I said earlier in the video, you just gotta be brave and try it, because you never know what it's gonna look like, and then you'll know for next time. If I were to do this again, I would definitely spend more time with the needlepoint aspect and do more of the leaves, but for the video's sake and other things that I need to get done as well, I think it's a neat idea, and I really want to kind of maybe revisit doing some needlepoint on artwork again, because that was fun and I really enjoyed it last night when I was on the couch with the puppies and had the TV on for background noise, really. But yeah, needlepoint is pretty relaxing if you can, if that's something you want to try. And it's pretty forgiving because you can always rip it out. So here we are, putting some orange flames in between these branches and making it look more like flames and not just a glowing bush, even though it does glow. Get some flames off the leaves here. And also, you know, the focal point is the bush, so you don't want it to be too busy, I don't think. But I loved how the diamond dart drills have kind of made this bush pop. So I kind of created my own little diamond painting, so to speak. So I also got to figure out something to do here, but to not take away from the bush itself. I'm not sure about the gray in the mountains, but I'm gonna leave it. It may grow on me, you know. I may look at it in a couple days and go, not too bad. And you know, I can always change it if I want, obviously. Or just leave it alone. So this orange is doing pretty, I think, I don't know. You guys, if you want, leave me a comment below and let me know what you think, or maybe what you would have done differently. But I appreciate it if you guys let me know. I like having little conversations with you guys. Drop in and say hi. And I may have to go in. I feel like now that I've got some flames going on here, if I should get some darker paint or just leave it. I don't know. Or maybe put some more yellow to tone down the orange. So this is the problem with me and painting, is sometimes I need to know and learn when to stop. So I'm gonna clean out my brush, have a little think about what to do next, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna add some brown, a little bit for some shadows. Let's see, guys, this may just, don't know. We'll just sit here and see what we can do. Just a little bit of shadow, maybe. Not sure. I don't really have a reference, so this is all imagination at this point. Normally, if I were gonna like be wanting to like sell this or something, I'd have to get a reference about fire. What does fire? I mean, we all know what fire looks like, but you know what I mean? I don't know. Give it a little bit of depth here. some shadows, I suppose, because, don't know. But you can watch me do this. Maybe you're cringing. If you made it this far in the video, you are awesome. You're a real trooper, and I thank you for that. It means the world. If you, maybe you're just curious and want to nosy and see how this is going to turn out, but I appreciate you guys coming along with me on this. And I'm gonna try when I upload this to YouTube to see if we can do a before and after picture. I mean, definitely we'll notice a difference for sure. And I'm thinking the brown has helped a little bit. Give it some definition, some shadow, so it's not so flat. So then, I don't know, I guess the foreground or the, my brain is tired, guys, I apologize. This part, I think it's called the foreground, right? Figure out something subtle to do there because there is a little bit of, I would say more like of a sand, dirt. There. But let's see. Yep, I think I'm liking that better. With the orange was great, but it was a little much, huh? So we'll keep going here. Puppies are still snoring in the background. That's actually Riley. Poor Riley. Not poor Riley. He's our loudest one of the bunch. But if I were to look over right now, he'd be snoring, but his eyes would be open, huh? Okay, let's see. Now let's work over to this side of the painting. I don't know. I'm starting to like it more and more. It looks pretty neat, I think. Get some shadows in there and there. Some here. Oops. Here. Yeah, and maybe you guys, if you want to share your happy little accidents, any creations that you've made, that you visited back and changed it, or did the project over and you liked it better the second time. There have been quite a few cases for myself where I've redone a project and liked the second time I did it. So, all right, so I'm gonna leave that. Maybe need a little bit more here. Oops. Let's see if we can. Right, let's fix that with the. There we go. All right, so I think what I'm going to do is just water down some of this brown and get a different brush for sure. Let's see, what do I got? Let's do a bigger brush. Try one of these flat ones and just put a little bit of paint on it. And I have a mark there. Maybe we'll just try to paint over that and don't know. Might look better when it's dry. Not really liking that brush too much. Yes, use your towel and kind of rub it out here. Okay, let's try this a different way. I don't know where I was thinking for my fan brush. Let's see. Let's do one of these weird kind of cheapy, I don't know. I got these for like glue and stuff. Maybe we can get some cool effects. Yeah. All right, not bad. Don't you hate it when the hairs come off on your brushes onto your painting or your work surface? Let's try to turn that black mark into maybe just a scraggly. All right, guys, I think I'm going to leave it there and call it done. So I'm very excited to pull the next cards. So let me get the new cards. So let me just move this to the side. And again, it's the Creative Mojo cards. A collaboration by Sasibo. And if you haven't checked out her channel, you really should. She does some really incredible stuff. I really enjoy watching her channel. And so we just did this one. This is card number 2. So let's pull card number 3. I cannot wait to see what it's going to be. And hopefully I'll have that out. I should have that one out by next week too. I'd like to get as many cards done as possible because this is really fun and challenging. And I encourage you guys to do something challenging or interesting in your art journey. Okay, we're going to cut it. I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to pick the top one. Here we go. All right. Dreams are illustrations from the book your soul is writing about. Marcia Norman. Dreams can be very powerful sometimes. Have you ever had one that you cannot or will not forget? Do a little piece inspired by that dream. It does not have to be anything specific. It can just be abstract, or it can be summed up in a few words. You'll know what it is about and you will know what it is about, and that is what really matters. Oh, yay. Okay, that'll be interesting. All right, guys, thank you again for coming along with me. I hope you will follow along for the next card. And please be sure to check out the playlist on my channel, because it's going to be a Creative Mojo cards collaboration by Sasibo. And I'm going to do my best to link her Mojo card collaboration. So anyway, guys, I got to go. Got to take this call. I love you and talk to you soon. Bye.